Hey guys, Ryan Steinolfson here. I'm going to try to fix this. Let's see. I'm going to try to fix my Facebook connection here. So let me just try to connect this again before I go live here on Facebook. Okay, I think we're live on Facebook as well. So for you guys that aren't familiar with who I am, my name is Ryan Steinolfson. Let me just confirm that I am connected. It says I'm connected, but we're going to get started here in a second. Okay. You're good to go. Okay, good. Awesome. So we've got Doc enter the studio. So I'm glad to have you on, Doc. It's always better together. So I'll let you jump in here in a second. Again, my name is Ryan Steinolfson. I'm the founder of DIY AI, along with Accelerate Marketing, which is a agency, a digital marketing agency that's been around for over 16 years. We're Google certified Google partners for the Google Local Service Ads platform. We were invited by Google to be a partner there to help business owners to get better results and to get more leads and generate more leads from those two platforms, from Google Local Service Ads and Google Business Profile. Over the past 2 years, we've been developing, which seems like a very long time, and hundreds of thousands of dollars later, we've developed a AI tool that is called DIY AI. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. I have a lot of background and can answer questions specifically about Google Business Profile and Google Local Service Ads optimization. But what I'd really like to talk about is conversational AI. That's what DIY AI is all about. It's a platform that allows you to create your own conversational AI agents. I do have a school community as well. And, like I said earlier, if you have any questions, I'm going to add Doc here to, I think it's Doc Celestine here. Let me see. Yeah. To the stage so that he can ask any questions about the agent. We've created agents for personal injury attorneys, for service-based businesses like HVAC, plumbers, etc. And the agent can answer the phone. I'll actually do a demo of it here in a second. I do have a list of topics that I wanted to go through today to add value to both the listeners that are going to be joining live and anybody that joins on the recording. And even if you are watching on the recording, if you put any comments or questions, I will answer them after the fact. After the video is live as well. So on the recording, I'll answer any questions that you have there. And this, just so that you know, we do have a school community. Like I said, it's skool.com/DIY AI. And I just posted that I'm going to be going live. I think that's probably why Doc is joining us here. And let me just get him to jump on. Yep. Hey, can you hear me? You're muted, I think.
I can hear you. How are you?
Hey, good. How's it going?
Good. You're back?
Yeah, yes, I was out of town. Yeah, as you know, for about a month and about 5 weeks, and glad to be back in the swing of things and helping business owners to answer the phone with conversational AI agents. And we had a great time in Belarus and Dubai and Egypt and all that. So it was really cool. Egypt was amazing. We saw the pyramids and got to experience the Giza Plateau and see what that's all about. See if the ancient alien stories are true or not.
Right. Wonderful. No, I just saw the note in the school community. I thought I'd check in. I don't really have any questions at this time.
Okay.
As I know that we're still checking out the agent with my attorney client I've been working on, and we are ready to implement. So
good.
I'm just glad that you're back and I can do something like this and just jump on at any time. All right.
Absolutely.
So we have a direct question.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I'm doing this. I mean, this is really for any live questions. I mean, even if you don't have any, that's okay. We've got a few people that are watching live on X and YouTube, but basically, I do these weekly just to have a kind of a drumbeat of, a follow up that I can give people. And then if we want to even go, and you guys want to answer questions or get questions answered in between the weekly meetings, that's what the school community is about. And like I said before in the beginning, it's just, you're in it. It's a small group. I've got another school community for local lead labs. That's probably got almost 500 members now. It's free as well. A lot of people are asking me, they're like, why aren't you charging for this? Everybody that I know that's doing this is charging at least like, $50 or $90 a month or whatever. The people that have watched my content, and by the way, if you haven't watched the content, there is some really good content on there. The people that have watched it, it's in the DIY school community, it's primarily about artificial intelligence and specifically conversational AI agents. Now, I know you want to implement an AI agent. We created one, I think, already for your
right.
PI. Yeah.
It's ready to go, and they've tested it out a couple of times. I did send word to you that we had some kind of issue we could not replicate, and it seems to be working fine.
Okay, good. Do you want to? You know what? Do you want to try to, for people that are watching? Do you want to try to test it out right now, or you want to call it?
Sure.
I'll call it.
All right. Do you have access to where it is right now? To where it's located?
Yep.
Okay. You guys put it in the WhatsApp for me, and we're ready to put it onto the site. I mean, when you need a guinea pig.
Yeah. So we always are looking for for people to try it out. So and what Doc Celestine is referring to, and why don't you introduce yourself for people that don't know who you are?
Sure. Thank you, man. Dr. Celestine Chakumba. I run InterSearch Media, which is a data-driven marketing agency. We help people get more return on ad spend using data-driven technologies, and our edge is our research and analytics. Yeah,
which is really important. I was just watching Gary Vee, who we all in our space, watch a lot and follow, and he was talking about how a lot of agencies don't keep track of the numbers, and that's what really holds us accountable. So any agency that doesn't lead with numbers, I'm a little reluctant to do anything with. So let's just I'll share my screen so that we can let me share my screen here. So I'm sharing it now. Okay. So do you mind if I show the client's website?
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay. What is it?
Do you remember it?
I forgot.
Bianca Enix, BIAN. BiancaEnixLaw.com, and that's ENNIX. And I'm going to need to grab my spectacles here. If you give me a second, all right?
Okay. So this is her. This is great. Okay. I like this because look, I like that she's got her, her picture here. What I would do is I would probably, although it's great that she's got this full blown picture here. I like that it says, Northern California personal injury lawyer since 2008. What I would like to see here, of course, as an AI agency guy, is a way for somebody to get answers and find out if they've got a case, for example. This is great, but look, this is all, 2024, 20, you know what I'm saying? This is a form. And this is really good, but most people, instead of filling out forms, they would like to get answers to questions. And that's what the AI, I'll go into DIY AI so you guys can see. So this is what we recommend is you've got a hero section here, which is above the fold. The hero section is the section that's above the fold that tells people what it is that you do. For example, with her, Law Office of Bianca Enix, Northern California. So it tells you, what does she do? She's gotten $300 million in claims for victims, and she's got a really good, so you got social proof here. You've got specificity of the 5 psychological triggers. You've got the call now button. There's no scarcity, and there's authority. because, you know, she's been doing this since 2008. So there's a little bit of authority there, and a little bit of authority conveyed by having 37 reviews and a 4.9 star rating. But those are all the things that you really want to see as quick as possible: is social proof, specificity, scarcity, exclusivity, and authority. And she's doing a fairly good job. But what I would like to see is basically this right here, conversational AI agent box. And that's what I think you had said, in the beginning of our conversation today, is that you'd like to add it there. So let's go ahead and add that. And then we can even.
Is that going to is this box going to be open or one that's clickable?
Good question. It's either or. You can either make it so that it's in line, which is where it's permanently there, and somebody doesn't have to click a little button like this, or you can make it clickable so that somebody has to click a button, and then it would be in. But the nice thing about the button is that it follows people throughout the website. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah, I'd like to go with sort of that hybrid solution of what we did on my site. And if you want, you can go to InterSearch Media and just kind of remind folks what you did over there.
Yeah. Oh, how do I spell it again?
Okay. I was about to say, do I got a problem with my website?
Right. That happens. And this is where I would put that chat box right here above the fold. I would move this over, and then, basically every website is going to move to this in the next year, I think. This is going to be the standard, is just having the hero section here with, what it is that you do, and then having a chat agent there to be able to answer questions. And
I'll scroll down. This is what we recommended at the time, just to kind of get us started.
Yep.
And then, we will need to upgrade to, and then scroll down even further, right? So we have the two options, and they're pretty front and center. You give us a snapshot of what we do, but you're immediately able to start asking questions.
Totally. Right. And I think this is, I like this. And this is good. I think this is the second best way to do it, because, and here's what Celestine did is there's two options here. So you actually can click to call or talk to the agent as well. And while I can't do it while I'm in this screen share, I've got to share the window and this actual window in order for you to be able to hear it. But just know that when I click this, it will immediately start a conversation with the AI agent, which we can do in a second, and I can show you. But so somebody can start a conversation, or they can just start chatting. The younger generation's probably just going to want to start chatting with it by typing. And maybe the older generation might just want to click to talk to it. But yeah, you're right. This is great. Let's get the agent here on her site as fast as possible. And this is what I was telling people about earlier. Here's a school community, school.com/DIY AI. You can see that I'm live right now. I don't know why it's not showing me. Let's see, classroom. It should show me that I'm live right now in 46 minutes. Oh, I started early today. That's right. So I gotta update my calendar. But I did make an announcement here today, going live in 3 minutes, and you guys can answer or ask any question here, like I said, and then I will answer those questions and get back to you. And this is a great way to learn as well, because you can go to the classroom, start here. It gives you a little bit of information about the community, about me, and then also some really, really good free content here. That's about probably an hour and a half worth of content. So let's, the other thing is obviously like getting, having the AI agent. Let me stop sharing, and then because I want to show let me just show I want to call her agent. I want to find it here really quick. Hold on one second.
Sure. It's in the WhatsApp conversation that we had recently.
Okay. The phone number is okay. It's going to lock.
Well, no, actually the code, you guys put it right in there in the WhatsApp conversation.
Okay. The one that we were having.
We'll go right to it. I'll call it.
Okay, let me just go here. Hold on one second. Agency.
I will look if I can drop it in the chat.
Okay, InterSearch Media. Yeah, you got 2 businesses in your account so far. and law offices of Bianca. I'm going to manage the account. Let me share my screen again so you guys can see what our software looks like. Hold on one second. Okay, so here's the screen again. Here's the software. And the phone number is 510-330-0746. And, you can go here to copy it. You can chat with it. You can actually send a text to it. You can call it. And the other thing is you can create outbound phone calls with this. You can actually make outbound phone calls with this number as well. But our software is pretty easy to use. I mean, we've gone over this many times, both on this live video and then also on others that I've done on for Accelerate Marketing, which is my agency. But you can see here that we're using a prompt to help the agent know what it is that we want to do. And you can see that the prompt is the top level training of the agent, the debrief the agent gets before it goes into a conversation. And you can see it says you're a warm, professional, and bilingual intake specialist, which these AI agents can now speak many languages, up to 46 or 50 or as many languages as you want, and it allows you to stay open 24/7, and which is great, and to answer every call within 30 seconds. The second level of training, outside of all these specific prompt level instructions that we give it here that I'm scrolling through, there's the knowledge base. And the knowledge base is the second level of training of the agent. These are the cliff notes, in other words, that the agent will read before it goes into the conversation. And these are uploaded as PDF, TXT, or .doc files. So you could have a really good intake specialist, and you could translate or you can transcribe their conversation into a text file and then upload that. And then that will educate the agent on what it's supposed to say. Now, the other thing is we want to crawl her website. I'm going to add her. We didn't add her website before. So let me add it so it can pull information. We didn't do that yet.
Yeah, we have some good stuff on there too. We have an FAQ and we have some information about some of our cases. So that'll be helpful.
Yeah, so the knowledge base is these documents, and it's also the website. So we can crawl the website in order to build that knowledge base and to train the agent outside of just training it with the prompt. Now, if the agent has a miscue and has some what we call edge cases, meaning they're conversations that are on the fringe where the agent doesn't respond the way you want it to, which would happen with a human anyway. The beauty with an agent is that you typically just correct it once and it never does that again. So the way that you would correct the agent is by going into the prompt or going into the conversation after it happens and doing what's called reinforcement learning, which I can show later as well. But let me save this.
Hey, what's that number again? 510?
Yeah, 510. I'm going to copy it here. So let me just copy it, and then I'll put it in the chat. So the people... it's not live yet. There's 4 people watching. Do you mind if I let other people call it so they can test it out?
Fine.
Okay. So it's 510-330-0746. I just posted that to the, if you guys, want a really good PI attorney in the Atlanta area. Where's she at? In Atlanta?
She's in Oakland, Cali.
Oakland. Okay. Got it. Oh, that's right. In California. I saw that on our website. Okay. So guys, if you have any questions, please ask. Let's call it really quick. I'm just going to call it on my phone. Let's just see how and I haven't tested it out. So let me just, 1-510-330-0746. Now, keep in mind, we have not built up the knowledge base. And as far as I know, Doc, you haven't called it and tested it and changed the prompt at all or edited the prompt. So this is basically
we've done some really basic tests, like how can I contact you? Basics.
Okay. Did you go in and did it answer did it do everything correctly?
Basically, it asked us for more information, which in our opinion is what we want.
Okay, so let's okay. So the goal of the agent is it to do a warm transfer, or is it to schedule an appointment, or both?
We're trying to do a warm transfer for the most part, but definitely we would like to get someone on the phone as soon as possible.
Okay, and
Right.
let's see if that's built in. I mean, that's something that we would have to and we'll because the warm transfer feature does work really well. We've actually optimized it for both of our voice platforms. We use a platform called Retell and a platform called Ultravox. Ultravox is speech to speech, meaning the agent actually intakes the speech and then it responds with speech. Whereas Retell and most of the older platforms, and I say older, but they're really reliable. It's kind of like an older vehicle. They're a lot more reliable. Like the VW, it wasn't the best, most powerful, most sexy vehicle, but it was reliable. And so that's what's nice about Retell. So what Retell does, it's speech to text to speech. So the speech comes in, it's translated to text. That's what the actual agent hears is the text. It doesn't hear the actual speech. So it doesn't get all the intonations and the intricacies of the conversation that
Right.
somebody's using, like pauses or inflections in their voice or delays that can mean certain things and can completely, as you know, change the meaning of a sentence.
For
So
sure.
this is why we've leaned more towards speech to speech, because we think that's the future, because that's the way you and I talk.
Sure.
That's Ultravox. So anyway, let's call it. I think you're using Ultravox. Let's call it.
Okay.
Thank you for calling the law office of Bianca Enix. I am an intake specialist. How can I help you today?
Awesome. So what's your name?
My name is not important right now, but I'm here to help you. I'd be happy to help with any questions or concerns you may have.
Doc, we got to give her a name. So we're going to give you a name later. So my name's Ryan, and I've got Doc Celestine on the phone. You really want to impress him, because he's the guy that's going to determine whether or not we keep you active or not. And we are, and him and the client, and we're actually doing a live video to show 4 other people that are live with us, and probably going to be many more are going to watch the recording. What an AI agent's all about. So what can you do? What can you tell me about the practice that you represent?
I'm so sorry that you're in a situation where you need our help. I'd be happy to help. May I ask, have you or someone you know been involved in an accident or injured in some way?
Yes. So I was rear-ended in Florida. Do you guys take cases in Florida?
I'm so sorry to hear that you were rear-ended. That can be a very stressful and painful experience. Unfortunately, our law office only handles cases that occurred in California. We're based in California, and our expertise is in California personal injury law.
Okay.
But if you'd like, I can try to help you.
No. I was injured in California. So yeah. I mean, can you tell me a little bit? I really just want to know if I have a case or not.
I'm so sorry that you were injured in California. I'd be happy to help you explore your options. May I ask, what type of accident were you involved in?
Yeah, again, it was a car accident. I was rear-ended on Main Street in Oakland.
I'm so sorry to hear that you were rear-ended in Oakland. That must have been a really scary experience. Can you tell me, were you injured in the accident?
Yeah, I was.
Did you receive any?
I was injured. I injured my back, and I've been out of work for about 4 weeks.
I'm sorry to hear that you've been injured and out of work for 4 weeks. That can be a really challenging time. Would it be okay if I ask a few more questions to see how we can help?
Yes.
Can you tell me, do you know the date of the accident?
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
So the accident happened about a month ago. Okay, that's helpful to know. May I confirm your best contact details so we can follow up with you about your case? Can you please?
Yeah. So, and there's a few things that I would change or tweak with her. I think she's good. I think she's a little bit overly empathetic, which is, I'm sorry to hear, which is good. I mean, I want a little bit of empathy, but not like, every single time repeating, like, and then the other thing is that I think that, first of all, I would not go to asking for their contact information until she gathered every bit of information about the case, because
Sure.
otherwise it's going to scare people off.
Right.
And what else? I think it was good. I think that we definitely got to give her a name. Like
Yeah,
I would.
and I think a couple more clarifying questions, as you're saying, right? Like, when did it happen? And I know the client is particularly interested in people who are going to be plaintiffs only.
Mhm.
So, a couple of clarifying questions like, did the police come? Was a
Yep.
report taken? Were you at fault?
Yes.
And then, that's going to be a different answer, as you know, right, from your experience,
Yes.
right? That we can probably send them elsewhere after that particular question has been answered, and or she also, because of the Oakland area and some of the specifics in that area, is that people will call her over really small things that aren't actually accident oriented, like they went into the parking lot and they saw like a ding in their car, right?
Yeah.
And or there was like a little bump at a traffic light, but there were no injuries. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right. So just maybe a couple of those, like, did you suffer any injuries? Right? Did you
Yeah.
go to the hospital? Which I've seen in your other, for example, I think it's another law group that you showed me before.
Yes.
I've seen. I don't see it on their site anymore. I'm not sure, but because I've been looking to try and use them as an example to show my other client, but I have seen you do that proficiently.
Oh yeah. Well, and the other thing is here. See right here, it says, "Thank you for sharing that. Our office handles cases in California, but if you share your contact info, see, I would take this out of here, and then again, what was the date of the accident? Were you injured? Was there a police report filed? Have you been seen for your injury? That's the other thing. When were you seen? Have you started your treatment?
That's right.
So anyway, those can all be tweaks. And then what I would do is I would just try to transfer the call. If somebody rings the bell with the correct answers for like the 5 questions that we typically ask for PI cases,
Right.
then I would just say, okay, hey, would you hold on for a second? I'm going to transfer you to one of our specialists, Johnny, and Johnny's going to take it from here. I'm going to keep you on the call while I get Johnny on the phone, and then I'm going to give Johnny all the information that we just shared, so you don't have to repeat yourself.
Right.
And that's how the agent does it. So it's a warm transfer. So yeah.
Now, did you have that 5 weeks ago when we were discussing this?
Yeah, I think so. We were working on it, and here's Ultravox. There's Retail, Bland, and Ultravox.
Right.
Both Retail and Ultravox both have a very good warm transfer, and we can help you with that.
Okay.
So here, let's see. I would actually, the first thing I would do, I would say your name.
Also, yes, and I see that you have bilingual, very heavy Spanish presence in that area, Latin American presence in that area.
Yes. Okay.
Right? Heavy Spanish speaking presence there.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to just say, hey, it's Casey is their name.
Or unless something like Maya.
Okay. How do you
Maya? There we go.
Okay. All right.
It has more of like a multi-culti feel than Casey.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Let's see.
And then while you're doing this, I just wanted to sort of as a thought exercise, if we're not able to get on the phone, what would with the person, or they don't do the word transfer, they're not comfortable, the sort of plan B and plan C, and sort of gaming that out.
Oh, if they okay, yeah. If they don't, So if you don't,
I don't think that's going to be a minority, of people. Like once you tell people in a way, right? If we can add that sort of happy voice that says, "Hey, we think you may have the case," right?
yes, yes,
And Bianca has helped win people 300 million in such and such in cases, and we'd like to get her on the phone with you now, sort of thing.
right,
That would probably be very enticing. And so I think only a few people would drop out of the funnel that we need to consider this. Okay.
yes, yeah.
Um, but just to have that sort of plan B and plan C for that small contingency.
Okay, yeah, we can definitely do that. Not a problem. And there is, and we can definitely build that in here. So all that just needs to be added here. And when do you know where to, by the way, you know where to grab the embed code, right? For the
I believe
chat.
so, yes.
Yeah, right here. So it's right here.
Right.
And you can change the colors here. You can change the title of the chat box. You can change the description of it. So this is where you grab it. This is the actual embed code. Here's the floating one. Here's the in context.
Yeah, put the in content in the chat for me real quick.
Okay.
And send it over.
Okay. I'll chat it to you right now in private chat. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. And anybody has any questions? I wanted to make sure that I answered any questions that you have, Doc. And then what I can do is, let me just go here. Okay, remove. Okay, awesome. Because I did want to also talk about what was in the notes for people that joined and wanted specific topics. Is there what other questions do you have?
No, I'm really good. I'm good to go. I have access to you. I really want this space to be used for people who want to learn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to, this helps them learn as well. So, but if you don't have any other questions, and I can go into the topics, you can either stay on, or I can, and you can ask any questions as I go through these. I'm just going to spend the next, probably 20 minutes going through the 3 to 5 topics that I put out here in the title and description to make sure that I give everybody what they signed up for. So
that sounds good, man. I'll jump to the background and have some of this green chef that I ordered over here.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, man.
All right, thank you. Okay, so always on lead capture. So let me just show you guys. Stop losing clients while you work. And then why it matters. So small business, this is what we're talking about. Small businesses lose so many customers by missing calls and messages when busy or after hours. An AI answering service works 24/7 to never drop a lead. So there is there's some new competitors in the space, which is great. One is called VoiceFlow. They demoed and showed a fictional Silverbrook home services that captured 100% of leads and booked automatically with a cost-effective setup with VoiceFlow, Twilio, and Make. We can do that for you. That's what we're talking about today. This, Silverbrook home services, we've done this for many businesses already. We have seen that we can give you 100% answer rate all the time. So I hope you guys really understand. So your phone, doesn't sleep. And either should your business or your AI. So that's why we've created DIY AI, is to answer the phone, to qualify, book, and close business 24/7 for you. It will handle calls like your best closer, especially when you give it if you train it with the prompt and the knowledge base, like I shared with you, where you get like an intake person's conversation, and then you transcribe it. It will ask pre-screening questions like we demonstrated with Doc Celestine's AI agent, qualify leads, it'll score them, and even book appointments, keeping your pipeline hot and team focused. So lead pages reported AI boost lead qualifications and conversion achieved. So lead pages that are using AI are achieving a 70% conversion via personalized instant interaction lead. Okay, that's a 70% increase in conversion rate. Nextiva's case study, AI filtered 90% of unqualified lead, booked meetings, and helped close deals, all without a rep on the line. So that's pretty cool. Number 3, there's multi-channel mastery. So AI agents can be used. One AI can basically manage all your lead sources. You don't have to. So think of having, sometimes you might have a specialist for one lead source versus another. Leads coming from LSA or Google Local Service Ads versus Google Business Profile or Facebook or Instagram or etc. So you can have one AI agent for all your inbound leads that are coming in, whether it's phone. By the way, it doesn't matter the media as well, the medium. It can be phone, chat, SMS, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, Google, all of it. And the AI agent can respond emails. It can respond to every one of those platforms. You need one AI that handles all of them seamlessly. And that's what our DIY AI agent's been doing from the beginning. It's only now that other companies are able to do this. So there are a few companies that are starting to do this. Lindy, Lyro, Tidio, they're doing multi-channel support, and they do offer small to medium-sized, chatbots that can handle all different types of conversations. So one AI, endless inboxes. So basically, AI pays for itself is another topic that I did want to talk about. So it's about spending less money on your resources. It's about basically the AI will generate revenue for you. 80% of businesses using AI answering services report more leads. 77%. And this is what we see from local service ads. Google will send you more leads if you use AI because you're giving a great experience to people because the calls are answered in 30 seconds. 77% report higher conversions. This is from Smith AI. And Gupshup's platform delivered a 270% ROI over 3 years via WhatsApp-based conversational AI. There you go. That's another. So AI costs money, but it earns it back and then some. So these are really simple to implement too. You don't need any codes. It's all DIY. That's why we call it DIY AI. You don't need any devs. You don't need a PhD like Doc Celestine. All you need is you just need an AI to set. You just need the code to set it up. Like I just chatted to Doc. So modern tools are drag and drop, no code, and built for business owners. If you can click a button and copy and paste, you can build your AI agent is the bottom line. Okay, so AI does play nice with humans when to hand off and when to let AI shine. So this is what we were talking about in our conversation: is have the AI agent answer the phone, give Google what it wants, which is the phone being answered in 30 seconds, then do the handoff, a warm handoff to your intake people. Use AI for efficiency. Use human for connection. Know the difference. That's huge. I hope this makes sense. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Again, you can go to school.com/DIY AI. Doc, I do appreciate you joining today. If you have any other questions, I can, let's see. I do recommend that we actually schedule another meeting here. I'll just stage here. So one of the things, and this is one of the things that I think would be good to just cover with you in the last few minutes here,
Sure.
is we recommend a 3-step onboarding process. And we've developed this over the past 2 years in onboarding tens of, not hundreds yet, but probably tens of different clients with the conversational AI. the best way to do it, the best way to onboard a business is to first and foremost have a kickoff meeting. Then the next meeting is usually 3 to 4 days later. And this is what I would recommend, is that we do this kickoff meeting with you, myself, and your client.
Sure.
So that we're all on the same page, so that she knows where the agent's being used, how it's being used, and what that does is it allows her to understand where we want to use it before we actually make it go live. The next meeting, which is usually 3 days later, which gives her 3 days and you 3 days to call the AI agent, to text the AI agent. Typically, we recommend at least like 10 times. Once you call and text the agent 10 times each, then you've been able to identify the edge cases, and then you can go back into the prompt and you can edit the prompt and make it the way that you want to before we have the go live meeting, the go live session. That's the second meeting that we have over Google Meet. And that's where we actually make the agent go live on the website, on your Google local service ads page, to answer the phone, to respond to message leads. And then the third meeting is a follow-up to identify, now that we've made it go live, how the agent's doing. So now we call that one the expansion meeting, where we're able to identify how well the agent's doing in the wild, so to speak, live. And we can look at some of the live conversations and evaluate them. And then we can expand the usage of the AI agent if it is not being used, for example, on the website, etc. Because one of the things about our AI agent is that we do have built into it a workflow that's very unique in this industry. Is that not only do we have an AI agent that has all of this customization, we also have in the settings section here, we have a call flow section. And that allows us to do things like send the call directly to the AI, or we can dial a number first, and then the AI will be forwarded to a specific destination number. And that can be after a certain amount of time. So you can identify the amount of seconds, and then here's the destination number that the call the call dials first, that is dialed first before it goes to the AI. So what this does is it gives your human intake the first, for example, 20 seconds to answer the phone, and then the AI can actually take the call if the humans don't answer in 20 seconds, so that all calls are answered in the 30-second time frame. Does that make sense?
Sure, definitely. Sounds good.
And then there's a SIMU call here. So you've got the SIMU call where we can dial multiple numbers at the same time, and we can add multiple numbers here. And then that happens for a certain amount of seconds. And then we can either end the call after the timeout, we can redirect it to the AI, or we can redirect to a new phone number, and then we can have it go to the AI. And we can identify the business hours that we want this to happen during. Okay.
Sure.
So then after business hours, we can redirect to a different number. So we've got all kinds of flexibility here in terms of what we have happening here. So right now we've got it dialing the AI first. That's it. But there's all this other function.
Can we tap in another number in here real quick to test this out?
Okay. What number?
510-992-6959. And then is there attribution so that we'll be able to know? Well, obviously we'll be able to see what number it came from. So that's great.
Yeah.
We'll be able to see that they called one number first and then the other number, it went to the other number.
Yeah, you'll see that. We'll be able to see that, but you can see that now it's going to dial this phone number, and then it will be forwarded to a specific destination number, which is going to be the AI. Right. And this is going to happen during business hours from 8 to 5, Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday. And then, we're going to 8 to 5. And then we can redirect to the AI after
24/7, right? Or
yeah, and then after business hours, it's going to go to AI.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's it. So that's how it's set up. So it's got, and here's a video that explains how to use this. If you ever have any questions and you're in here. So dial the phone number, which is this number, and then it's going to call. It's going to be redirected to the AI after 20 seconds. And this is going to happen during business hours. And then after business hours and on the weekends, it's going to be redirected to the AI.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have time to test that out real quick?
Yeah, I can call it. Yeah. Let me just call it. I'll call the same number. Well, it's going to call that 510 number. So whose number is that?
The one I just gave you?
Yeah.
That is her office.
Okay. What's going to call them? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Like we're doing a test. It's Doc.
Yep.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling. This is the law office of Bianca Enix. How may I help you?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm with Doc Celestine. We're just making a test call to make sure the phone's working good.
Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. So yeah, so you can see here, hold on. Yeah, I actually called the let's see, where's the 510 set? Yeah.
330.
I called the 510
330.
330-0746 number. You can see it right there at the top of my phone, hopefully.
Uh-huh.
That's the number that I called, and then it forwarded to the 6959 number.
We are you have a recording of this because I'm gonna have to show my client. Like, she didn't meet you, but she just met you. Like, this whole recording, I will send over to her so she can really get a look at this. I mean, as you can tell, I mean, she's a very busy lawyer with a pretty decent sized shop, and she's hard to get at, but she will definitely watch this.
Yeah. Well, good. I mean, let's just do a test. Here, let me just do a real quick. Now, actually, the best way to do that is let me pull up my phone here. You can still see my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so here's my phone. Let me just hold on one second. Connect. So this is I'm gonna do a search on my phone because as you know, that's where most people find businesses, or on Google. So or for Google local service ads. So let me go to Google, and I was getting my gut. By the way, if you have not, I just saved almost $500 by calling my insurance company and telling them that and then going and trying to get a better quote. I got a quote from Allstate, and then Geico matched it. And I did the same thing for my cell phone service. I just saved like $500 with 2 phone calls like yesterday. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it like it's yesterday. I'm on
it.
I need to see over here for real.
I mean, I'm 54 now, and I'm a totally safe driver. And I've got like perfect credit, and I was being charged just an astronomical amount. It was crazy. So anyway, I'm glad I called. So let me do a personal injury.
By the way, I'll keep that in mind when I'm trying to get that multi-million-dollar loan. That you've got great credit. I'll make sure.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, it took a while. I was like my credit's like 830 out of, it's 830 out of 850. It's pretty crazy. So here's personal injury attorney, Oakland. So what's that?
You might want to do like car accident Alameda. She might show up for that, actually. Car accident Alameda.
Well, this is okay. I just wanted to show that, like this is the LSA section here, right, or local service ads. And look, it rotates, as you know. So even if she's might not be showing right here, that's okay, but what I wanted to show is what the opportunity is here for, let's see, car accident. I'll just put it in here. Hold on one second. Alameda.
Yes, LA. That's right. MEDA.
Got it. Okay. And so this is the Google local service ad section. And this is the Google Business Profile section.
Right.
This used to be the big kid on the block. And by the way, I would definitely add the message feature for her, because a lot of people don't know that you can actually add this. This is new, fairly new, for the Google Business Profile section, that you can actually add the ability to respond via text, which, yeah, some people don't know, but you
I'm
can.
one of those people. I have no idea that that's even there. I'm glad.
Yeah. Yeah. So like you can see it's kind of hidden. And it's not that obvious for a lot of people. Yeah.
Is this on the desktop?
Yeah. So here, let me show you. So I'm gonna go to my business and I'll show you where you can edit it. I'll do it on mobile here. So so if you go here to edit profile, when you go to you have to type in Google, you have to type in your business name and city, and you go to edit profile, and then you scroll down and you go to chat.
I'm doing this.
Then you go to chat. Look at that. You can either add WhatsApp or SMS. And now that Gen X crowd can send you a chat and message you. We just created a blog post about this on my website.
I see this. Add a chat. Yeah. Right. All right. Yeah. And the social pro. So there's a number as well for texting.
Yeah. So exactly. So you can either do WhatsApp or text messaging.
This is, my mind just blew.
I know. I know. So this is what I'm saying. So they got rid of chat about this time last year. And actually, if you go to, I'll show you, we just wrote a blog post about this on my website. My team just did. I was really excited to see. I have to create a video about this now. Accelerate marketing. Maybe I can chat on GBP. Let me see if it pulls up. Google Business Profile, messages archived. Oh, this is old now. Yeah, but here, but it's a cool. It actually shows you how to edit this.
Yeah, I just did mine.
You did good. That's good. Yeah, because you definitely want to, definitely. Oh, Google Business Profile optimization. This is just the general optimization. But anyway, you get the point. Definitely. The key is to make it so that people can really interface with your business as quickly as possible, and that's why messaging is really key to add to your business when people are trying to find you on their mobile phone, and they pull up car accident attorney or Alameda, and let's say they don't select from the Google local service ad section here, which these guys take message. By the way, and I've got to mention this while I'm here. Look, this guy doesn't even take message leads. Like, why would you not take message leads? Why?
And
because
it's so obvious when it's not there. That's so obvious. The others have it, as well as you got to give people what they want, how they want it. Some people are comfortable with that little level of distance. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So you got to give them what they want.
Yeah, I get it, and that's why. So typically, now what they're doing is they're only showing a certain number of attorneys. You can see they're limiting it, which is interesting. And a lot of times, what they'll show down here is they'll say typically replies in so much time, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And most of these guys, you'll be surprised at how long it takes them to respond. Like it takes a while,
Yeah.
So this is why it's really important to have an AI agent respond to those message leads, because then you're going to be the one that gets that lead because you're responding instantly,
Right. That's right. And as you've said, there is a direct correlation between how quick you respond and Google's preference for you to be in the top of their algorithm.
Absolutely. And your ability to be able to convert a lead, I mean,
it's 400 times greater, right? We know.
Yeah. I mean, there's a Harvard study that was written like 20 years ago that talks about this. It's like a 7-fold increase of conversion in your conversion rate if you respond in the first 3 minutes versus the first 30 minutes. It's like it's dramatic.
That's right.
So yeah, so awesome. I'm glad that we did this. And
well, hey, well, look, we're a couple calls late. Refresh the page just so anyone who's interested can kind of see. Refresh the Bianca Enix page briefly before we head out of here. And I know this isn't your optimal preference, but as you scroll down, we're probably going to replace. We're probably just because we got to start the feedback loop. You know what I mean? All right. Yeah. So we'll change things around, but that's how easy it is. During a conversation, you can literally have your guys up to speed, and call your client and say, hey, you're ready for the future.
Dude, that's awesome. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for adding that. Here, let me see. Let me pull it up on mobile here really quick. I'm kind of curious.
And I want to add the call version right next door. The click to call version right next to it. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, you can. I mean, let's see. I'm gonna, that's something that you might want to just try it the way that it is for right now. Sure. Let me see. I'm trying to Bianca. I'm just gonna type it in because I can't.
ENNIX.
Okay. Here we go. Good. And then, yep. And then there's the chat. So you can say, okay, awesome. What type of cases do you take? Boom. And then there we go. Injury cases in California are the specific types you'd like to discuss. I'd like to know if I have a case or not. I'd happy to help you with that. May I ask your name? Yeah, it's Ryan. So, and by the way, you can follow along with this here. Thank you, Ryan. Would you like quick questions? Okay, yeah. So it's asking for permission. I like that. Okay, so I just said yes. What type of accident? And by the way, all of this is happening right here. It's coming in as a lead. Watch this. So all these leads are right here. Here's the lead. Here's me starting a conversation at 1:57 and 37 seconds. And I can tag it with certain tags. I can identify a value for it. I can identify what kind of case it is. It's kind of like a little mini CRM. And then I can click on this and I can see this in real time. Thank you for calling the line. Here's the whole conversation. Ryan here. Here's the reply. Now here's the other cool thing. I can actually disengage the AI agent and I can start responding here. See, I'm responding now as Bianca. So I can take over for the agent live. And these notifications are all set up here in the notification section. So you can set up an SMS. Here, do you want these notifications to go to you or to her or to who do you want them to go to?
I do have an email I will share with you.
Okay.
Montse, MONTSE .BRE law office @gmail.com.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is.
Is that correct right there?
That is correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna now here's where you can identify. So this is this is for SMS. Oh shoot. Hold on. Montse Bree Law Office. Hold on.
Yes.
MONTTSE Bree.
Dot Bree Law Office @gmail. Yes, @gmail.com.
Okay, so I'm going to turn email on. I'm going to delete this one for SMS.
Wait, hold on. Go to SMS again. And I think it's prompting for a phone number.
Yeah, no, it is. So that's what, but I took it was email. So what's the phone number you want me to use?
The 510
Yep.
992-6959.
Okay.
This is the one we rang and the person picked up the phone.
Okay. So Google Calendar call book. So they're going to receive a notification via SMS whenever a call has been booked in your calendar using AI. Whenever there's a missed call, whenever
Yes.
there's a new AI lead. So this is where so the message leads will be sent 5 minutes after the conversation started. Voice leads will be sent immediately at the end of the call. So you can go in here. We can identify if the call was ended prematurely. We can send a notification. We can send a notification if a new web chat conversation has started.
Yeah, the more notifications, the better. For us to kind of anticipate. And then I want to go back to the leads page when you have a chance. If you're not done, stay here, but I want to go back to that leads page briefly.
Okay.
And yeah, the leads tab when you have a sec.
Okay.
And then I want to talk, if you scroll over to the right, about the tags, because this is what I think is an important part of this demonstration that I think people overlook. Just how important it is to filter and tag your leads. And I don't care if it's an AI agent or anything else that we may be discussing, the ability to, tag and then prioritize. The fact that you guys have this in there is great, because a lead coming in from social has is not as warm as a lead that comes in from email or from somewhere else, right? And you can respond in a prioritized way based on these tags. So I like this, and I like the ability to be able to highlight where these leads came from and add some filtering and things of that nature. That's great.
Yeah, and you can go in here, and your client can go in here. I can add your client here, by the way, as well, in the settings.
We're gonna get to that, Ryan. We're gonna back up on this part right here, so I don't want to upset the apple cart too much. All right.
Okay. Good. No, we're all good. I mean, this is just so that everybody understands how this works. And by the way, you can integrate your Google local service ads. You can connect your Google local service ads here. You can add your Google Calendar, CallRail. You can connect here. You can connect Go High Level, and we've got an integration with Calendly and also Service Titan as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right. Well, it's 2:00, so I want to make sure that I wrap it up on time. And I appreciate you jumping in. It always makes it a lot more interesting when people jump in and participate. So thank you.
My pleasure. This was totally unplanned, and I'm glad you were able to facilitate my questions and concerns. I appreciate it.
You bet. All right,
All right.
Doc. Talk soon. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.